Hi folks, today we're going over Commander and government frames. What's the difference? They're not the same. Hi folks, Bob Serva from Fusion Firearms. Today we're going to go over government and commander frames, okay? The reason being, I've been doing more research on the internet, you know, on a lot of different frames and things that are out there, and there's a lot of misinformation out there on that a government frame and a commander frame are exactly the same, other than the shortness of the dust cover. And that you can basically just take a government frame and slide a commander top end on and go ahead and fire. Well, you can do that, but the gun will never function reliably or really work out for you properly. So let's go over the differences. And again, they are very similar. They are very similar, but there is a few attributes on the commander frame that are necessary to make it function properly, to make it have enough travel for your recoil system and your slide to really function properly. And again, I see errors out there all over. I see even several manufacturers that do not machine their frames properly. I even see custom builders who, you know, have sold a ton. And the only reason I see these is because we get the calls here at Fusion that, oh, my XYZ doesn't work. It never worked right. What can you guys do? The guns get sent in here, they drop them off, and we look at them and it's like, wow, that's a government frame. Wonder why. You know, so again, it is, there's certain manufacturers that don't even seem to really understand the difference between a commander and a government frame, and it will impede your function of the 1911 when you get it going. So again, you know, if you look at where we're at with the frames themselves, the sizes of the frames are basically the same. If you look at them physically, other than the dust cover here on the commander being shorter than the government, they're pretty much the same, you know, when you take a visual inspection of it. So pretty close. So what's so far different? Well, you'll use the same grips. Okay, it does have the same grip size. You will use all the same lower parts. You will use the same magazine. You'll use a government size magazine in a commander. A lot of people will call in and say, I need a commander magazine, and they think it's the officer's magazine. It is not the officer's magazine. You will be using the government magazine also in the commander. And again, all 1911 magazines are pretty much standard. So, you know, even if you buy one of our Freedom Series Riptides, it's a commander. It's a commander size. So what you'll need is a government magazine. Yeah, you know, people sometimes will not understand what magazines they have, and we'll get into that in another video. And they'll think, oh my, I have a Riptide, so I need a Riptide magazine. No, you just need a government magazine. It's a commander, so it's pretty basic that way. Again, and all of your internal parts, again, are the same. So, you know, whatever internal parts you choose that you're building a government, you can build pretty much with a commander. Now, some of the biggest thing I see in errors on commander frames are the rail lengths. Now, if we'll bring in some close-up shots here, but you'll see that the rails are shorter on the commander this way, back 90 thousandths approximately, 93 thousandths, 3/32 from the government, okay? And also the bulkhead, which is this area down in here where the guide rod's gonna sit up against, is also set back the same amount. And the reason being is because you have a shorter slide, a shorter recoil system and all that. By bringing the rails back a little bit, it gives you the right, if you want to call it, wheelbase for the slide to operate properly, and the recoil system to operate properly, and the barrel to operate properly. And without that being done, all right, you can, I've had people, you know, they send their guns in and they're like, yeah, I can get it to fire, but it's just not reliable, not this, not that. And it's all generally because of the rails and the bulkhead are not cut back properly. So again, those are two critical things that have to be done on a Commander. And of course, you know, the dust cover here is cut back more, and the dust cover is cut back more. So again, it fits the slide properly. At the end of the dust cover will come to the, you know, the swept cut on the dust cover of the slide. So it looks nice that way. And then other than that, generally, you know, for the performance of the Commander is going to be just standard tuning as you would on any of the 1911s. So again, you know, it's a short video here, but this is just something we had to point out because we get a lot of calls, we get a lot of people sending guns in here, that we also get people not just from other manufacturers, but guns that they've built themselves, where they'll end up picking up a you know, a government frame somewhere, and they think they want it for carry, so they're slapping on a Commander slide on it, and it's really not going to work out for you well. So just look at those things, look at those attributes. It's one of the services that we do offer here, is cutting back the frames to Commander, and we do that weekly because there's quite a few of them out there from years and years of 1911s getting built that aren't right. So we get a lot of people that send them in, and we rebuild them for them that way. So again, thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Really appreciate all you guys following us on Facebook and YouTube and all the social media platforms. Have a great day.